Jen, and this is our dog Tucker. For the last couple weeks, we've been up in Indiana watching the build of our new Alliance fifth wheel. In this episode, though, we're finally picking up our new rig, getting a full walkthrough and demo of it.
Okay, now here's something a lot of units don't have.
And leaving Michigan to head back down south. Today we are at General RV in Wayland, Michigan, and we are so excited to be picking up our new fifth wheel.
I know, guys, today is the day finally, after like a couple months of waiting, after spending so many cold nights in Indiana watching it being built, we're finally picking it up and taking it home. It's gonna be ours today.
Yeah, so we're gonna be documenting our whole pickup process. We kind of did this when we picked up our Avenue as well, and I just think it's cool to show you guys what that process is like, especially if you've never bought an RV yourself. Just what to expect when you go to the dealership, what the walkthrough looks like, kind of like the financing office and everything. Yeah. So we're going to document as much of it as we can to kind of share with you guys. So we're here at the dealership now. We're about to head in and go see our new fifth wheel. We do get kind of a special experience because most people, if they ordered an RV, this is like the first time they're seeing it.
Right.
We got the pleasure of seeing it at Alliance. So.
Yeah. Like, our process isn't going to be exactly the same as yours, especially if you come into the store. We did ours through the internet department, which means all the finance is done ahead of time. All the warranty options are given ahead of time. You kind of just come in, do your walkthrough, do your PDI, finalize the paperwork that need a wet signature, and then you're on your way. Where if you come in and you're like, all right, I want to look and then buy, you know, you're gonna look, you're gonna work numbers, you're gonna do finance, you're gonna go over extended warranty and all that. You know, it's gonna be a longer day. So
yeah, so hopefully it'll be a little shorter because we would like to get on the road today.
Yes, for sure. Is that good?
Papa John's pizza.
Right.
It's a VIP too.
Oh, you can have
I'm
VIP
sorry
too.
I don't have treats, but I know if you wanted to get.
That's okay.
All right, so I'm gonna get you checked in.
Okay, sounds
We'll get
good.
you started with Paul. You can do your walkthrough, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Sounds
Okay?
good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, so as soon as we got here, we met with Cammie at the front desk. So she's the delivery coordinator and basically coordinates everyone coming to pick up their unit and everything. So it was actually really nice because I didn't expect such like a nice welcome process.
They were waiting. Like
they were waiting. We got these like VIP passes, and they even did 3 because for Tucker.
Right.
So Tucker has a little VIP pass.
And they put Matt's reviews.
Yeah, they put Matt's reviews.
Knew.
But they don't just do this because we're with Matt's reviews.
Right.
They do it for everyone picking up. So because I saw she had some other name tags of people's names picking up today. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, it just makes you feel special. It is a big deal picking up a new RV. It's a big investment. So they just kind of make it like a fun day. You get your own little VIP pass. It's a really nice dealership, actually. They have a lounge area, so we're probably going to chill here for a little bit. Really cool parts store. We're going to take a look around and see if there's anything we might want to stock up on while we're here. But yeah, they definitely have created a nice atmosphere when you're coming to get your new RV or if you're getting service. Just kind of feels like a high-end car dealership, honestly.
Yeah.
Also, they were super sweet because they got pizza for the whole office, and they even brought us some pizza to have, like a whole box of pizza.
Right.
So, which is kind of nice because we thought we weren't going to have lunch today, just being here doing all this. So it's nice that they did this for us.
Hi, I'm Cammie Herbert. I'm the delivery coordinator here at Wayland General RV. Basically, my job entails when you come in for your day of delivery, I am your contact person, so you have someone making your transition through the process easy. We like to welcome you guys and make sure you're comfortable and you have someone you can ask questions with if nobody else is around. Our process is pretty smooth. I coordinate your whole day on the day of delivery, basically picking up your unit and learning about your unit and signing your final paperwork.
So something that all general dealerships seem to do, because I know they do it down in Florida, is in the lounge area they have like a pretty good drink and snack bar area.
They got the good too.
Yeah, so they have tons of different drinks and sodas. But then they'll actually have like frozen like breakfast sandwiches. Look, they got these like Philshire, meat and cheese packs. So pop them, get out of there. They have chocolate milk, energy drinks.
I could go for some chocolate milk.
They even have a coffee maker thing here, different packaged snacks. And the cool thing is it's not all free, because obviously that would get expensive for them. I'm sure if you're here like buying something, usually the salesperson will go. I know Matt used to do that when he worked sales, like go and get the person a snack, see what they want. But if you're just kind of here looking around and you want a snack, you pick what you want, and then they have a whole system here where you can scan it and just like pay for it. So I think that's really cool, because if you're here for a couple hours, like you're gonna get hangry.
Right. So it's February, right? And we are up here in Michigan picking up our RV. And you might be wondering, why do we choose this Wayland, Michigan store to pick up our RV?
This ain't for me.
And truth be told, some of it was just the coordinating and what worked best. But there was some thought behind it. Part of the big reason that we wanted to pick it up here, this is the closest general RV location that we have to the Alliance store. And I just thought that that was actually kind of cool for our community to see, because one of the big pros to that is, let's say they're doing the PDI and there is an issue, it's so much easier to get parts. It's so much easier to be in contact with Alliance. In addition to that, this store is actually one of the coolest. It's kind of like a flagship store for General, because they have one of the best body shops here as well. And we'll probably be able to see that when we're doing our PDI. You know, it's just a really, really good, well-run store. And again, being close to the manufacturer and Elkhart, which is like RV capital, was just kind of something that I thought was cool and could make that buying experience a little bit better in case you run into any hiccups. All right, guys, now we are with Paul, and Paul's going to be doing our walkthrough and demo and everything. And he's actually been with General RV for 21 years now. So he's definitely going to know a lot about the RVs and be able to do a really good walkthrough and demo. And Paul, what do you guys do here that's a little bit different, and what's this process like, just to make it better for the customer?
Well, we want to make sure every customer, regardless of their skill level, is comfortable with their new purchase.
Cool.
So a lot of times people will go to a dealership, they're given a quick walkthrough, they're handed the keys, they're signing their paperwork, and they're gone. Well, we don't want that. We want you completely comfortable with the unit before you leave. We have found no matter how much experience somebody has, everybody has questions.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we will tailor that for you. If you're very experienced, we can cover the areas you want to. We can take somebody that's never stepped in an RV before and they're ready to go camping as soon as they leave here.
There's a couple things we want to focus on, like the solar, I'm not super knowledgeable on. The generator, I've never had. So we're touching on some of those, but again, it's totally tailored to you, whatever you need as the buyer. I encourage you to take as long as you need and go through everything. But you'll see us, we'll probably skip over some stuff that you might have questions about, just because we understand some. So make sure when you're picking up, don't hesitate to ask those questions. That's what this whole time is for.
And especially this time of year, we understand here, most people, once they've gone through the orientation, are not camping this weekend.
Right.
So we also encourage, once we've gone through it, and it goes home and you put it to bed for the winter.
Yep.
When it comes out for the spring, you may have some questions.
Yep.
We're here for you.
Cool.
So it doesn't end there. Anything that we can help with, we're always available. And that's what makes the experience here at General. So right here is going to be one of your empty points for one of the gray tanks. This will be the kitchen gray.
Okay.
Or galley gray as they call it. Another termination point, and that's going to be for the gray tank for the bathroom and for the black tank.
Okay.
Okay. And just like always, I don't really matter how much you've camped, we always have one general rule when it comes to the sewer. Always leave your black tank closed.
Right.
Okay, and that's something some people have gotten away with, but we always say, if you are at full hookup, go ahead and connect, and you can open your gray and let it flow, but the black tank always wants to be closed until it's time to empty it.
Yep, sounds good.
This does have 50 amp service. It
I
doesn't
like the new
require
handle.
50 amp, which is nice. So if you find a great camp spot that is only 30 amp, take it.
Yep.
There's adapters to go down. This particular unit as well has lithium ion batteries and a generator, but it comes standard with a 50 amp service. This is your furnace exhaust. One thing we recommend on every single unit, they make a stainless steel screen that goes over that. because especially up here, you don't use your furnace all summer long, and wasps love to nest in there.
Yep.
And you go to use that first cold trip in the fall, you turn the furnace on, you may have an issue. So it goes right on. We do recommend that.
Okay.
Okay, now here's something a lot of units don't have.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is more what I'm
This is what
not
you
as
need.
familiar with, yeah.
So that is your inverter.
Okay.
Okay, so what the inverter does is takes the lithium batteries I'm going to show you and converts those lithium battery, that 12 volt power, into 110.
Okay.
Okay, and on this particular unit, it's going to power 5 different circuits.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll show those. I just want to go. The power switch for this is right here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's an on and off switch. Now, typically, you're always going to leave that on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. When you're plugged in like we are right now, that also charges the batteries.
Oh, cool.
So the inverting portion or converting to 110 ceases when you're plugged in, and it's now acting as a flow charger.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
These are your lithium-ion batteries.
Right.
Okay. They're 100 amp hours each, so you have 300 amp hours of that. This big box with the light on it says energy. That is your solar controller.
Okay.
So that tells the panels when to send power to the batteries.
Okay.
So one of the nice things, it doesn't overcharge.
Okay.
It's nothing you have to activate.
Okay.
It's all on its own. The nice thing, you had mentioned the battery disconnect.
I see that
which
now.
is up here.
Mm-hmm.
This system, when you have the batteries turned off or disconnected, it is still solar charged.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you don't have, when you go to shut it all down, your batteries are still going to be maintained.
Cool.
Which
Okay.
is great.
Yeah, that is great.
So that everything else will be shut down. It's not going to have any parasitic drain anywhere, but it's going to give you the ability to still keep the batteries charged.
Cool.
Okay, and most of the time, this generator, this is just a cover
Right.
that's going to go on right here. You are able to start and stop the generator from here. Most of the time, you're going to do it inside. But what we wanted to show you were these breaker switches.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the one call I get. Occasionally, somebody will be out using their generator, and they said, "Paul, it's running, but I'm not getting any power."
Yeah.
Sometimes that breaker might trip.
Okay.
So we just wanted to show you can pull the cover off, reset it just like a home breaker, and
Yeah.
you're back in business.
Perfect.
And what maintenance does this need? Does it oil change?
Yes,
periodically?
oil change typically owning requires, it depends on how much you use it.
Okay.
Generators like to be run.
Okay.
So don't be shy about running it.
Okay.
You're not helping things. It's okay to run it. But I believe if you look at owning stats, they want it changed after the first 50 hours for the initial, and then every 100 hours after that. We find a lot of our customers don't use it to that degree, so typically it's once a season.
Okay.
It's going to be more for full-timers that are using it a lot more, but that's a good... if
Whatever
you are-
comes first.
Yeah. You said once a season?
Once a season for most of our RVers.
Okay.
But if you're using this a lot more and living in it,
Then every 50 hours.
every 50 hours for the first time, and then every 100 hours after that.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
I
You
know,
agree?
sounds good.
One of the things that's fun to do is when you get a new system like this is to practice first.
Yeah.
When you're camping somewhere that has available power, go ahead and unplug and
Yeah,
start
that's a
using
good
it.
idea.
Because if you do get into a pickle, the nice thing, you do have a generator, and if you do have power, you can plug back
you
in.
have a
But
backup.
it's a really, when you see a lot of published data on length of times, your mileage may vary.
Yeah.
Right.
So
it all depends on how you're
How
using
you're going to use
power.
it. So that
yeah.
way you guys know how you usually use it. And you can write that down and say, okay, if we decide to go off grid, this is what we can truly
Right.
expect.
Yeah,
Right.
that's actually a great tip
That is a
because
great tip.
we haven't done much boondocking because we didn't have a setup to, and we're kind of in the same boat. Like, I don't know how long realistically we could make the solar last. Like,
Correct.
are we talking 2 days? Or are we talking
Right.
And
5
it's going to
days?
be, the angle of the sun.
Yep.
In Michigan, we have a really good rule of thumb when you're talking about solar, and the times you can typically have solar that's going to charge is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, the further you go south and the angle of the sun changes,
Yep.
it's going to increase. But what we find for our people up here, that's a good time. That's when their charge time will be.
Yeah.
And even at that, it's almost like the water tanks. People always love to ask, like, how long can I live off the water?
It really
you
depends,
could do a month if you don't want to shower that much.
Yeah,
but,
you
or
using
you
wet
have-
wipes or
Right.
taking a
Teenage
full
daughters
shower?
like me and their showers, I'm done with water in a day.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's a matter of what you
in an
have.
afternoon, right?
That's exactly
Right.
Who's on your new bed?
It's my new RV, guys. This is my new RV.
Show America your new RV. I just want to go find Paul.
Leave Paul alone. So there was a couple things that that we mentioned to him. What I like though is like, you know, that feeling, and even car dealerships when you're like, oh, it looks like this is messed up, and you just feel that you get that feeling of them being annoyed,
Right.
like, oh, we don't have to fix
take
it.
a look.
I felt like he was just super nice.
He
and
was
really open to.
He gets it. Like, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's nice about it.
Yeah, a really detailed walkthrough, and I appreciated that he asked us like our familiarity with the RV product, because it's like, yeah, I don't need a detailed walkthrough on everything. We know that. I'd rather use the time to spend more on those things we don't know, like the solar and generator, which he did a great job at. I want to take you guys around the parts and accessories display here at this dealership, because I feel like normally a parts area at a dealership is kind of boring. It's just like the necessities that you need, especially if it's your first RV, for hooking up water and electric, and that's great because you obviously need those things, but it's fun to come and look at some cool products that maybe you've only seen online and get to see the physical product in store, and just kind of, you know, maybe have a little bit of a shopping spree if you're getting your next RV. So I'm going to take you guys around and show you more some of the cool things that I feel like is a little bit different that you wouldn't normally see. They have the different like grab handles, which is cool because sometimes you get more of this size standard, and you might be someone who wants the little bit of like further like hand support for going into your RV. I know I would have liked to have that on our last one. Over to my left, there's a huge like furniture section. So a lot of these are like the Thomas Paine furniture. A nice like furniture showroom too. You're not just like looking at a pamphlet at it. You guys know we love Lippert, we work with them a lot, so we had slide toppers on our last one, and we are probably going to be upgrading to slide toppers on our next RV that we're getting. But they have the slide toppers here on a little display, so you can see kind of how they work, what the install kind of looks like a little bit. WineGuard digital antennas are over here, and they usually only have like a couple in the store. They have a ton here for you to choose from, so I guess there's tons of different features. And then we're over at the Furrion display, and it's funny because we've been to what was originally the Furrion headquarters in Elkhart, and this is how their displays look for some of their products in the Furrion headquarters building. So I like how they brought that kind of modern look of Furrion to show you guys some of the Furrion products here. So they have like backup cameras, your side marker,
the Furrion
lights
building
and
right
cameras.
there.
Yeah, there it is right there with the helicopter.
And the helicopter is sold though.
Yeah, and then Dometic also has some fridges down here, so you can look at different fridges. Surge protectors, that's definitely maybe not like a basic necessity you get when you get a new RV, but definitely something you want to consider soon, so you don't fry all your electronics if you have a surge in power.
Speaking of electronics,
this I don't know if I've ever seen in a dealership parts display is solar panels, like the actual solar panels here. So I guess you could stand them up or you could mount them. And then also down here, we're kind of in like the power electronics section. They have several portable generators. So if your RV doesn't come with a generator, you want to be able to boondock, you can look at some of the generators here. And I know I've seen Furman a lot, is a pretty popular portable generator brand for RVers. So super cool that you have that there to look at. Something else neat, they have lithium ion batteries here. That's definitely a newer thing that I feel like it used to be more of a higher end upgrade, and it still is, obviously. It's still expensive, but I feel like dealerships didn't used to really stock lithium ion batteries because they were just putting lead acid batteries in the RVs, and now it's cool to see that they obviously know for some RVers it is a priority trying to get the lithium ion, so they have some in the store that you can look at. And then my favorite section here in the parts area has to be this little doggy section. So they have collapsible doggy bowls, dog leads if you want to hook up your dog to a cable, the little stakes. This thing is something I've been wanting to get, and I might actually leave with it today. It's the mud buster thing, so you put some water in there and you can clean your dog's paws really easily. Coming down here, Will, this is kind of the stuff that we've been telling Libert that they need to make a bundle for dog lovers. So the screen defender, which protects your screen if your dog likes to push on the screen. They have the screen assist. The screen assist is what is like the easy handle. So instead of that tiny little handle for your screen door, it's like a nice big handle you can just hit with your elbow if you got stuff. And they even have the thin shades here for your front doors. Guys, they have a whole another section. This is just what I think is kind of the cooler side. Yeah, this is just half of it. On the other side, they have a lot more of like your necessity products for maintenance and hooking up, a lot of your basic stuff. So you want to go there if it's your first RV and you don't have any of that yet. And then they have lots of other like fun camping stuff. So I was really excited to get here and see all of the stuff to go look at. So definitely if you're kind of waiting for your rig to be ready and you're here early, you can kill some time over the parts and accessories display.
All right, guys, we are in the finance office now. We're here with Trevor. So Trevor's going to go over obviously all of our paperwork, make sure the final loan numbers are exactly what we were expecting. And then something really important at this stage, now that everything's kind of done, obviously you know how you're going to be using the RV and what options and features it has. So something that they go over here at the end is all those protection packages, right? And everybody's situation is a little bit different. So what works best for us might not work best for you, but it really depends on how you're going to be using it, your specific financial situation, how much you're putting down, who you have camping with you. And now that you kind of have all that, now's the time to go over it with the finance manager, see what options are going to fit you best.
Finally get some crap out of the truck. I know. We've been having to put everything in the back of the truck because we don't even have a bed cover yet. Oh, you okay? God, you scared me. Why did you do that? Oh, it's the hydraulic assist.
Yeah.
You're an a-hole. All right, this is the first time we are about to take our brand new RV on the road. We didn't have to do the whole pack-up process because the PDI people did it for us. So all the slides are in, everything is secured. And we're about to take our RV. It's really ours now. It's just kind of surreal, like looking at it and seeing that this is ours now. All right, let's get on the road. Does it feel like it's yours now, Will?
Kind of.
Matt was asking us this morning if we were excited, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm a weird person. Like, I don't really get excited about something until I feel like it's real. And I even said, remember, I was like, when we hook it up to drive away with it, it'll feel real. And it definitely does. All right, so we've been on the road for an hour now.
Yeah.
So how does the driving feel so far?
Driving really, really well, actually. This trailer is definitely heavy, dry, or like base model, but we added some features in, like the washer dryer, the generator, the solar package, all that stuff adds weight. So it's a pretty heavy trailer, even just dry, but the truck is pulling really well. The trailer is tracking really well. It's very smooth. You can see we're passing trucks now and you don't really feel it. I will say, I didn't think I would feel the length difference. Like, I thought it would feel pretty much the same as driving the Avenue. But, I mean, it is, what, 6.5 feet longer?
Yeah.
So,
I told you, you're going to feel that.
You feel it. It's not bad, and
But we haven't had to do a lot of tight turns yet.
We haven't, no. We did make a new rule, though. We're not getting, like in the Avenue, you know, Jen would be like, I want Starbucks.
No, I didn't do that when we're all on the highway and get off.
No, you do that when we're in hotels.
Yeah.
And you're like, before we go, I need to stop at Starbucks first. Didn't you?
Yeah, but it was like when it was like a walk right across the parking lot.
No, there was that one time you almost got me trapped in the Starbucks parking lot with the trailer. We decided no more of that. We're stopping at Pilots. We're stopping at Love's. But
they don't have pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the plan is we were originally going to go back down to Florida as soon as we left Michigan, but we decided to make a short trip to Maryland to surprise our family so they don't know that we're coming. And so we're on the way there now. we're thinking that we might try to get to like Pittsburgh tonight, which we'll be getting in kind of late, but there's a hotel that we've stayed at there before with the RV, and it has like a big parking lot, so we know that like if we go there we can easily pull in. We're not staying in the fifth wheel yet because we literally don't have any of our stuff. We don't even have like our hooking up supplies. We left all that in the Avenue down in Florida, so we really can't use the fifth wheel to stay in until we get back down to Florida. So with that being said, we're going to try to get to Pittsburgh tonight, which will put us getting into Maryland tomorrow, and we're super excited to surprise our family because no one knows that we're coming. I hate how our height difference is like so annoying.
And that's my fault.
What? That's my fault. All right, this is the first time we're about to be
Bada bing.
Bada boom.
There you go.
Bada boom. Will's making me do a light check, guys. Out in the cold. How dare he? The nerve of this man to make me get out in the cold.